Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So the Kabam live stream has just finished, and this time around it was a bit shorter one. It only lasted half an hour and it was pre-recorded one. However, I do have some bits and bobs of information to share with you. Number one is the fact that very soon Sigil subscription is going to be starting. So the Summoner Sigil is going to be changing. We're going to be getting more information about that shortly. But the point is that, yeah, Summoner Sigil is changing and it will be an actual subscription, not something that you have to purchase every month. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I think ultimately it will come down to how well they have updated the Summoner Sigil. That said, the first bigger point to discuss is obviously the Summoner's Choice and how exactly it's going to work. So we're going to have 8 voting options: Daredevil, Elektra, Echo, Hunter's Moon, Hellcat, The Shroud, Mr. Knight, Power Man, and Colleen Wang. So, like, to me, of the top of the hat, the more interesting champions do seem like the Power Man, the Shroud, Hellcat, and I know for a fact that a lot of people will want Mr. Knight. So I think those 4 are by far and away the favorites. I think I like the Shroud the most, but realistically, again, I would put the favorite bar for Mr. Knight. The way it is going to work is that each round will kick off with a message containing your vote times 5. So round 1 begins with 8 champions. Selecting a champion will lock that champion in for the duration of the round, and you will not be able to mix match your votes. A set of solo objectives will unlock. Each time player wins 5 fights, they will earn 5 votes, while the solo objective rewards total towards the champion they selected. Total round votes equals 25. When the next round starts, players will be able to select new champion to vote for via new ballot. This repeats all 3 rounds. Additionally, Summoner's Market, players can now collect a free ballot each day over the 3 days of voting for the Summoner's Market and select a champion and get 5 more votes each time. So basically you get like 40 votes per player of whoever you select. But it seemingly is going to all be done in game, which I love. I don't like when these things are left to like social media and stuff like that. In-game, I believe, is the way to go. Next up, the big thing obviously is the Deathless. The Deathless Thanos. The one that we all have been waiting for. We have updated raid format with new saga themed bosses. That's also coming. So it's going to be a Deathless saga, as this one is coming to the close. Brand new one will start, and the big update is going to be to raids too. Starting the week of January the 20th, we're gonna have Deathless Guillotine, Deathless She-Hulk, and Deathless Vision to fight instead of Prowler and yada yada yada, Invisible Woman and what have we Hood. And the final boss is going to be Deathless Thanos. So we're gonna have to polish off on our skills fighting Deathless Thanos, whichever iterations are gonna use there. But yeah, it's probably gonna be fairly tricky for a final boss. Well, we'll see what nodes they put on, but it is quite intimidating. Besides that, how we are actually going to get the Deathless Thanos ourselves. It's going to be called Deathless Mausoleum. So it's going to have 4 paths, 1 path per each Deathless champion. You will get Deathless 6 stones per path, 7-star 6 stones for hard difficulty, 6-star 6 stones for normal difficulty, generic rank up gem for completion, 1 to 2 for hard difficulty, so it's 7-star 1 to 2, 4 to 5 rank up gem for normal difficulty, and then Deathless Thanos for exploration, 7-star for hard, 6-star for normal. So if you do not have all these champions 7 stars but do have a 6 stars, you will still be able to get a 6-star Deathless Thanos too. Lack of any additional rewards is kind of but we'll see obviously how much of a commitment and how hard this is going to be. Absolutely will be live streaming this as soon as it launches, and then after a short break we're probably going to be doing the Deathless Necropolis run as well in order to dupe that Thanos and finish the Karina challenges and be in the Cool Kids Club to have a SIG 200 Deathless Thanos. Let's hope there's a decent chunk of 6 stones associated for it as well. Right. I believe this starts on January the 8th. I could be a bit wrong. But that would make sense. Now we have the two new champions, Okoye and the Gentle. Okoye seemingly, well, not seemingly, is a skilled champion that gets a lot of precisions that do expire perpetually, and also relies on basically shock and bleed damage, and has access to ensnare, which basically prevents evade. So here we can see her putting up quite a lot of dot damage, quite a lot of crits, but those crits do not really do much. So in a sense, she does initially kind of look like Shuri, except somewhat worse, because obviously she's reliant on active buffs, and she splits her damage in between two different debuffs, and I have long since said that shock debuff is like the crappiest dot that we have in the game, and eventually they will also fall down. Since your wishes ends, your combo meter gets reset, and then you can't refresh your debuffs too. I am not making any final conclusions for the champion at all, but I have my fair share set of worries, so to speak, when it comes to Okoye. Hopefully, she'll do great. Definitely look forward to learning more about her. But of the two champions, the one that initially seemed more impressive definitely was Gentle. And Gentle is going to be a mutant attacker, so obviously he's going to be punishing the skilled champions for purification. He's going to have access to Daunted. He will be building up his muscle mass, and a lot of his playstyle seems kind of similar to Absman in a sense, where you will want to launch his heavies against non-stunned opponents, and then you're gonna get like these secondary bursts of damage, like here, obviously, except the fact that you're gonna have bigger red numbers too. But he will again be very good against shrug off champions. He has stun immunity whilst he's parrying, so he's gonna be countered nodes like stunning reflection, and whenever any of his immunities would trigger, and he does have bleed immunity, he does get that pursuit passive. So seemingly they are advertising him as a bullseye counter as well, where if opponent tries to evade him, then he goes unstoppable, indestructible for a while, or was it when they shrug off his thing is. But yeah, he definitely will be capable of destroying bullseye and the shrug off champions, and so far kind of looked the more solid champion of the two. Again, obviously it is way too early to draw any final conclusions, but initially at the first glance, if I had to pick, I'd definitely be kind of like betting on Gentle. However, we should be getting full ability breakdowns, full deep dives quite soon on them. We can see that his Daunted passives unstoppable. So yeah, Gentle does look more interesting, but that obviously is far too early to determine who exactly is going to be the better one. But let's see. Another bullseye counter. Of course, there's another bullseye counter. There is a promo code, by the way. The promo code is this. Samo New Year. And, you'll get 3 reunion crystals for that. So best of luck. These were the crystals that, I received. So you get the reunion 7-star selected, 0.06% chance, 99% something and a bit of units. But yeah, that's the promo code. Again, Sumo New Year. And as a last final bit of surprise in a video that was released just after the stream ended, seemingly that's Ares. We do have a couple of, looks of the guy. But people are speculating that he will be the final boss of 9.2. Maybe. Maybe there's going to be some other way Kabam brings him to the game. But he does sure have one mean looking mug. And he was holding a minigun. He was holding a minigun in his hand as well. So hopefully he's cool. Hopefully he's playable. I do have a feeling he's more than likely going to be the final boss of 9.2 or something. But yeah, that is about it from this live stream. It was fairly short, not too much happening. Obviously, oh, there's another thing that they did mention, and I didn't tell you guys, and that is AW Showcase is coming as well in January. And, well, that's something. That's another event, another thing to do. If you have been enjoying AW Showcases so far, good news for you. I believe we have had 3 so far, and AW Showcase number 4 should be coming in January too. Right, but that is it for now. Hope you guys found this video useful, and if you did, hit all the good buttons. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the